Hi everybody, Ivana Intuitive here, and this is Wednesday energy reading for March 14th, 2024. What I was planning to do today was do a 2024 Celtic cross on the United States for now through the end of the year, just to kind of get an energy flow, like what's going on, what are some of the trends that we may be seeing. So for that, I'm using my Radiant Rider Waite tarot deck. For the 3-card pick, when I get done, I'm going to be using the Moonology Oracle Cards. So we're going to do a 3-card pick when we get done with this Celtic cross. So I noticed, I never really did this, but there's a technique that I came across where basically you shuffle the cards. You think about, what you're going to pull cards on. And then to get basically for the individual, which is in this case, the United States, you would go through the back of the deck, okay? From the bottom of the deck, you go back, in this case, finding the first queen that we find, okay? And that's really going to kind of provide the energy that kind of represents the energy of the United States. So let me shuffle up here, shuffling the cards, and then let me pull, let me go back. I'll get the first queen that I come across, and that will provide the energy that's going to represent the United States. And then we'll start, then we're going to shuffle again, and we will pull, pull the cards for the Celtic cross here. And of course, I'm almost halfway through the deck and I haven't come across any queens yet, right? Aha, this is wonderful. First card that I come up, this is the Queen of Cups. For me, this is a really nice energy representing the United States. Very calm waters, very intuitive, right? Knowing really in our hearts what the right direction is on some of these issues, probably on all these issues. But this is a really smart card. Of course, all the queen cards represent someone who is smart, leadership, but I love this calm water. So I'm going to put her down as the absolute, that's the first card representing the United States, which is this Queen of Cups, which I really think is just a nice card, a nice calming card to get. So now I'm going to shuffle the cards, and I'll pull out, I'll put the, I'll do the Celtic cross, and then we'll go through each of those cards and see what we get. Okay. All right. Here we go. So the first card, as you know, we got this Queen of Cups. This is representing the United States in this card. And you know what? The next card that I got on top of her, covering her, is the Sun card. Optimism, new beginnings, moving forward, the warmth of the sunshine, right? Opening up for all of us to just say, you know what? Here we go. So this is, to me, a really nice foundational start on this reading. Having this Queen of Cups, intuition, smooth waters, using your intuition on moving forward, and then having this Sun card representing really not just the United States, representing the United States, not just as her as the representative card, but also kind of like really who we are. Don't we just represent that in many ways to the world and to ourselves? I mean, really, for us in America, for me, the way I look at it is, we have our issues, right? There's no doubt about it, but you know what? The sky's the limit. And you know what? I heard a saying, this is a very, very typical saying. It's not a big deal, but you know what? Life is hard, but it's still good, right? So life is hard. You got your challenges. The only way we learn, the only way we move forward is with these challenges. But you know what? It's still inherently good. So, okay. So that's a nice foundation start for us. Now, the crossing card that I got, this obstacle card is the Knight of Cups. Okay, now this is like good messages coming in. This is moving forward at a slow pace with like fulfillment. That cup is full. It's full of nice emotional feelings. But really, right, this is like our challenge right now, isn't it? Where are we going? What messages are coming in? Where are we moving forward to as we do move forward? So so having this as an obstacle or a challenge kind of makes sense, because what messages are we getting? Some of our messengers, I don't think we're all like real keen about, right? I mean, so this to me is to me, I'm going to just use the word very accurate in that we're inherently a very, very sunny country where we know things are good, but we're having some issues with getting those messages across and getting maybe the messages that we would like to hear as we move forward. Okay, now card 4 is our past, right? Our karmic destiny. Now this is the past, but it still lingers, doesn't it? We kind of hit our karmic destiny, I think, a few years ago with some of the things happening with the politics and with our government. And so we kind of hit that. It's our past, but we're kind of, we hit that karmic destiny and to me, it represents opening up and really looking, like picking up the rocks and really looking under the rocks and seeing what's there and cleaning it up. So, and this is looking to me, the reason I said that is that kind of just looks like a rock, solid. It's a solid dial, but it's kind of like pulling up those rocks and really looking underneath to see what's underneath that we need to shed light onto, right? And we certainly have gotten to that point. The next card that I got, and this card represents our more present past. Okay, this is the past. I'm going to go back maybe 5 to 10 years. But then this card is our more recent past, isn't it? This 2 of Swords card. We're protecting ourselves. We're blindfolded. We really don't know what direction we want to go. We're protecting ourselves but yet we have 2 different viewpoints here, don't we? This Sword card represents the mind and air and what we're thinking. And and you see it's like one direction or the other direction. Pick a direction, right? But then we have this beautiful moon here, and that to me always represents, we also have, before I go there, we have the beautiful water here too. It's, the water, it's got kind of a wave to it, but it's not big waves. Okay, there's a little bit of a choppiness to it, but it's something that you could, if you had to wade into it, even as a person, you could do it. And you could certainly have these lifelines here, these other rocks here that are in the water, these other small islands. And then we see this bigger island or this bigger land, So as we move forward, as I was saying before this moon, we've got the swords, our minds, what direction do we want to go, making a decision, not really seeing all the facts yet, okay, because we're blindfolded, but knowing that we have this moon, our intuition, our gut feeling, our source, that source feeling from source that says, this is where I need to be. This is how I need to move forward. So while we're sitting here, and this is our most recent past, and even really, probably even, I'm going to just say, up to today, where it's like, well, we have a lot of different directions we can go. We all have to sit back and decide for ourselves. You see, too, this all of a sudden became more important to me. I've really never seen this before. I've never really seen her sitting on this bench. We all have to decide for ourselves, using our mind and using our intuition, what direction we want to go. And that really does represent us right now, in the United States and probably around the world. But I mean, probably any country you could say that. But it's time to really sit back and take a long, hard look at things, but also know that we have this 6th sense that we also need to pay attention to. So there you go. That's like the recent past. Now we're going into the near future. And what do I get? But the Death card, right? Change. The 5 petals. This white flower has this 5 petals. Change. And it seems to me what I'm getting is like, do you see this like old guard here? Kind of changing that old guard, starting to implement new ideas that are like of a new generation. I just heard generational, new ideas, generational, which means to me, the way I'm interpreting that is, new ideas of a new generation moving forward. So this being our near future, right? And near future, to me, past, near past, past, recent past, near future, it's all relative, right? I mean, I can say, I hope that happens soon. Well, for me, soon might be an hour. For someone else, soon might be 2 or 3 weeks. So it's all relative, but know that this change is coming. And this change is coming because we are implementing it, right? Even however we can do that, okay, we're implementing it by changing what we're feeling inside, how we want to move forward, and having that vibration, our inside vibration changing, this is how I'd like to move forward, and then having that move forward. And again, having this change card here in our near future. We also have, as you know, and as everybody knows, we have primary elections right now going on. And then we, of course, have in November, the presidential election. So this old guard kind of changing out in the sense of having these new generational ideas. Our distant future, we get this Page of Pentacles. this is a really great card here because this really shows someone learning. Pentacles represent health and they represent wealth. They represent moving forward. Pages represent youthful energy, moving forward, but grounded. You see, he's on very solid ground here. He's not in water. He's not climbing up a hill. He is looking forward to these new changes that these new generations are going to be bringing in for us as we move forward in our development. And all of a sudden I just saw all this, like I really got directed to look at this beautiful golden light as we move forward. And this being more of our distant future, I'm thinking about, a couple years from now, as things change, as we go inside, we use this intuition then, helps us to move forward to make this change because we use our intuition inside. It comes out in physical manifestations, which then, of course, lead us to this beautiful change and this beautiful learning, training, changing, okay? This is what I want. This is what I don't want. Not being afraid to change. I look at things a lot differently now in my 50s than I did in my 20s, right? Of course I do. Here, oh my gosh, unending energy, right? Could change the world moving forward. Just a beautiful, youthful energy and feeling as we move forward. So that's a really beautiful card also to see. Now the rising, this is the voice of our rising influence is what we see in ourselves. I love this card. This is the Ace of Cups. Again, spiritual, emotional, steady emotions, right? Look at all these beautiful drops coming off of here. I'm just looking at that as like people being influenced, like to move forward in beautiful ways, in beautiful, emotionally stable ways. When I get this card, of course, it looks so much like Source to me, something that is really, spiritual, really here for us and really representing us, who we are as a nation, right? We are ourselves. We are looking for guidance as we move forward, but also getting that guidance and also remaining very emotionally calm, a new beginning in this emotional calmness as we move forward. For card number 9, there's a total of 12 cards, but for card number 9, we see the 5 of Pentacles card, right? This is more practical, feeling like, what? A lot of us may be feeling as we move forward this year, maybe feeling, this is Pentacles, health and wealth. This may be feeling like we're losing health and wealth, right? But the best part of this card, this is, of course, I never really like to focus on this part. I always like to focus on these 5 Pentacles because the help is there. The wealth is there. The health is there. Go into this building and you will get help. It's right around the corner. Make sure that we take advantage of as a nation of helping people. I'm seeing bandaging their wounds, right? We can absolutely do that. We have the resources here. Some people are going to feel left out in the cold, right? But you know what? The help is there. We are such a giving nation and we're such a giving community of people, really. There's so much more good than there is negative in the United States. And so this is inevitably going to happen, right? Where people are losing maybe their wealth, their health. I mean, it doesn't, this stuff just happens. This is just a part of any nation, of any country, of any, community. But we have the help there and we are all so willing to give it. So willing to give it that we're all willing to go out of our way to help people. And again, not every single one of us, not every single moment, not every single time can we do it because of our resources, our energy levels, our money levels, whatever it is. But you know what? The help is always there. But you have to look for it. You have to walk into the building to get it. But I think that although, this is kind of a more practical application of, yes, it's beautiful to have this beautiful emotional stability and this beautiful source inspiration, but then practically we have to put it in action. But you know what? We always really do that in the United States. Our awareness, again, Ace of Wands, another ace, right? New beginnings as we move forward. This is more towards the end of the year and we are feeling really good about it. We feel emotionally stable. We have a beautiful, look at all this creativity. Look at all this growth, right? As we're coming up now, this reading is really for the United States between now and the end of the year. of 2024, and 2 cards of new beginnings here. I mean, how beautiful is that, right? So we're moving forward. Our consciousness, our awareness is in new creativity, moving forward, new growth. I mean, I really just love that card, and I love the placement of that card. The final outcome card I get is the 3 of Wands. And here we are moving forward. This is us looking at our ships come in. As we move forward, as we start the new year, 2025, we are really in a good place. The beautiful golden light, okay? I mean, you know, sometimes you just stand there when the sun is out and you're just bathed in that golden light and you're just watching your ships come in. Because why? Because we have the foundations here. We have the change coming, the positive change, and we have the foundations that our country is built on to really use these creative energies. But now the creative energies, right, instead of being, you know, not in the ground and not being stable, these creative energies are planted, they're growing, and we are in the sunlight as a country. So I really, really see some really good things happening for our country as we move through this year. Really solid things, okay? Really being able to look forward and say, you know what, our ships are out there, and we've put them out there in the best of intentions. Things are moving forward, and now we're waiting for our ships to come in. And as we do, even as we wait for our ships to come in, we are bathed in golden sunshine, golden light. So a really positive reading. And you know, I really do. I know there's a lot going on there. I mean, don't sit here, you know, and not understand things. I really feel that, yeah, obviously there's a lot going on, but we are such a beautiful country. We have so many good things. You know, and really President Clinton once had a quote out there, and he said, you know what, there's nothing wrong with our country. There's nothing wrong with the United States that can't be fixed with what is right with our country, with the United States. Nothing wrong with our country that can't be fixed with what is right with our country. So that always gives me a lot of hope when I think of that quote. And just a beauty. You know, that was just a really nice reading. Didn't know what kind of cards I was going to get, and I'm very pleased with them. So that being said, I'm going to do the 3-card pull with the Moonology Oracle cards. So let me shuffle these up. Let's switch gears here for a moment. All right, here we go. So we have card 1, card 2, card 3. Pick which card resonates with you. I was going to say pick which card which represents you, but which one resonates with you, which is 1, 2, or 3. All right, if you picked card 1, you got the full moon in Virgo card, and it says you are good enough. If you got this card, if you're feeling a little bit less confidence lately or a little bit less stability or whatever, you know what, you are good enough. You are, you know, we are all just a representation, a facet of source, and you know what, you're definitely good enough. So, you know, as you move forward, keep that in mind. You are good enough. If you picked card 2, you got Balsamic Moon, and it says a time for healing. This is a beautiful card, by the way. I love the purple and the light there. You know what? It might be time for you to heal. Heal mentally, heal physically, heal emotionally, heal spiritually. You know what? If it's time, if you got this card, I say it all the time. I don't know how many of us do it. It might be time for a spa day. It might be time to find some new meditation, videos to watch or listen to. But it definitely might be a very nice time for you to take some time to heal. And I'm hearing only like a day or two, like a weekend, you know, not a lot, but a time for healing. So that's card 2. If you got card 3, you got luck is on your side. This says new moon in Sagittarius. If you got this card, if you know what, if you're ready to move forward with something, sounds like luck may just be on your side. So it might be time to move forward with it. So there you go. All right, my friends, thank you so much. I want to mention, here we are at the end of this taping, but this is for entertainment purposes only. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow for the, what is it? The healing message, right? Yeah. We're going to do our healing message, our energy reading, and that'll be Thursday. So thanks. I'll see you. Bye-bye.